All right, guys, we're going to go through page 299. Um, two boxes, box 3 and 4 I left as extra credit, but we'll go through all of them. So we've been working on volume. If you have the cubes, right, we just did this assignment, and maybe you're getting ready to watch that one next, but on page 300 and 301, remember we had to count and find the area of the base, okay? So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going back, and going across we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25. So it would take 25 blocks to cover the base. And then how many stacks of that would you have? We would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25 times 5 is 125 cubes to fill it all. So on this one, this one it says calculate, so you could use a calculator to do this. Remember, area equals base times height, so 25 times 35, okay, and then you would multiply that times 35 again, okay? So your number model would be 25 25 times, times 35, and then you would in turn multiply that by the height, which was also 35, and your answer is 30,625. You needed a calculator for that one. That was a tough one. This one, number 3, when you roll a 6-sided dice, about what fraction of the time would you expect it to land on a multiple of 2? Well, 2, 4, 6, okay, are the numbers on a dice. There's 6 sides to it. We have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6, okay? So a multiple of 2, well, the numbers would be 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. So you have 3 out of 6, okay? 3 6, or that's equal to half, okay? What fraction of the time? Okay, a factor of 20. Well, what are the factors of 20? You have 1 times 20, 2, okay, times 10. 3 does not go into 20. 4 and 5 multiplied together give you 20. And 6 does not go in. Okay, so you have 4. You have 1, 2, 4, and 5. So you have 4 out of a total of 6 sides. Or 6, or if we reduce that down to lowest terms, 2/3. Okay, that's what fraction of the time. Okay, on this one, 13 feet. Okay, how many feet in a yard? 3 feet in a yard. So if you had 13, you get 4 total yards, and you would have 1 foot left over. Okay, on this one, same type of problem, but you have 18 feet 6 inches. Okay, and we're going yards. Okay, so out of 18, you could divide that by 3, get a total of 6 yards. Okay, that would be 18, and you would have those 6 inches left, 6 and 6. These, this one you wouldn't necessarily maybe need a calculator for, but some of these others, okay, 972 inches is how many yards? Okay, answer is 27. Into miles, if you have to find the conversion between feet, yards, and miles, you need to look in the back of your book, and it has some of those conversions back there, but you would definitely need a calculator for some of these. This is 3 miles, and the last one would be 14 miles. Again, those were extra credit, okay? Down here, I understand we've been working with these a little bit, and our numbers have been much, much smaller, but you just need to figure out which direction you're going on that number line. Remember to put yourself in on that number line. This one, negative 54 plus 28. Well, you would start at the negative 54 on the number line. Okay, you would face the positive numbers, and then you would walk forward. Okay, the answer is negative 26. Okay, this one, you'd start at 62. You would face the positive numbers, but you would walk backwards. Okay, so you're actually adding those two together, and you would get a negative 77. Okay, 51 plus a negative 139. Start at 51, you face the positive numbers, but you're going to walk backwards. We're going to subtract these two numbers, and you would get a negative 88. Okay, you have negative $23.56 plus $87.45. Okay, you'd start at the negatives, face the positives, and walk forward. You're going to find the difference between these two, and the answer is a positive $63.89. Okay, and your final one, okay, similar to that last one you did, you're going to find the difference between these two. If you're going to start on the number line, we'd start at positives, face the positives, but we're walking backwards. Okay, so you're going to find the difference in those two, and it's a negative negative $14.71. All right, this is a tricky one too. So okay, we know that 4 shirts cost $76. Okay, easiest way to do this is 4 shirts, okay, cost $76. We'll take your 76 and divide it by 4 and figure out what the cost of 1 shirt would be. Well, 4 goes into that 4 times. Okay, 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay, we bring down that 6 and you get 36. How many times does 4 go into 36? Answer is 9 times. Okay, so 4 times 9 is 36, and you would get 0. So we know that 1 shirt costs $19. Okay, so now once you figure that out, now it's much easier to go through here. So okay, we have 2 shirts. Okay, if 1 is $19, 2 you can multiply, you can do whatever, would be, we got to start getting used to putting in our dollar signs as well. $38. 6 times 19 would be $114. A dozen, or 12 shirts, okay, would be $228. And finally, 75 shirts, 75 times 19, you shouldn't need a calculator for any of these. 75 times 19 is $1,425. Okay, that was a little tricky. We need to get through that. We got to just tie up some loose ends today, so want to make sure you go through this. Make sure you ask if you have any questions, and we'll make sure we wrap some of this stuff up and finish things that we've been working on. But there you go. There's the answers for 299.